Top of the morning, everybody. The Irish Rovers want to invite you on a musical jaunt around Northern Ireland. Come on, hop up on the old Jaunting Car and away we go.
You're a decent boy from Ireland, there's no one can deny. You're a rare and tear of a devil may care of a decent Irish boy. I'm working here in Glasgow, I got a decent job. I'm carrying bricks and mortar and the pay's 50 bob. I rise up in the morning, I get up with the lark. And when I'm walking down the street, you can hear the girls remark. Hello, Patrick Fagan, you can hear the girls all cry. Hello, Patrick Fagan, you're the apple of my eye. You're an innocent boy from Ireland, there's no one can deny. You're a rare and tale of a devil may care of a decent Irish boy. Well, the day that I left Ireland was many months ago. I left me home in Ulster where the pikes and grannies grow. Since I left old Ireland, it's always been my plan to let you people see that I'm a decent Irishman. Hello, Patrick Fagan, you can hear the girls all cry. Hello, Patrick Fagan, you're the apple of my eye. You're a decent boy from Ireland, there's no one can deny. You're a rare and tear of a devil may care of a decent Irish boy. Now, look, there's one to there, will you?
Oh, man. Let her up there a minute.
Oh, boy.
Hi, Andy.
Hello there, Wolf.
Hello there, people. I hope you'll stay with us for the next little while. What's the name of this place, Andy?
This is Carnlough.
And what's the name of this group?
That's the Irish Rovers. I've seen them before.
right.
They wandered around this country before, you know.
They're wanted around this country.
They wandered around.
Oh, they wandered around. I thought they said we're wanted around this country. We're going to be up in North Antrim for the next half hour or so, and we hope that you will stay with us because we're going to have all kinds of great music and dancing and tearing away. Andy, this part of the country, you were raised just across there.
Aye, about a mile and a half up the road.
And they tell me that this place is steeped in the folklore of Ireland and traditional music for one thing, but also the lore of the little people.
Aye. There's nothing but ghosts and fairies the whole winter.
Really?
Yes.
My goodness. There also is a story about the place behind us there. What do you call that place?
Well, up there in the mountain there's the famous Grey Man's Pad.
I think Jimmy's being attacked by the horse.
No, you are.
Oh, sorry. The Grey Man's Pad, what is that?
Well, it's an old rock that's split in 7 pieces, and it sits 450 feet above the sea. And they say when a time of trouble or bad news come into the country, that the Grey Man comes up from the sea in the mist, and he appears and he walks down to the village here. And anybody that sees him never does any good, so keep your eyes peeled.
Did you hear that, James?
I beg your pardon.
I don't think today there will be any bad news because the sun is shining brightly over North Antrim. There's lots of good music to be sung. And what's better still, there is lots of good things to be found up in there in the glens that they make. It's clear liquid. What do they call it?
That'll be a drop of the pot, you.
Why do we not, ourselves, the horse and you, dander up there and see if we can find an old moonshine man?
Wouldn't do a bit of harm now. I think we'll go that road.
Come on.
Aye, come on there.
The last time the Irish Rovers were in Ireland, we couldn't pass by the Glens of Antrim without going up into near Cushendall to meet an old friend of ours. Mickey Mickelhatton was his name, and they nicknamed him this part of the country the King of the Glens. I'm very, very sad to say that very recently Mickey has passed away, and the sound of his old fiddle and the sounds of his gurgling still are forever stilled here in the Glens. But we're also very glad to say, and I'm sure Mickey would like to know, that he does have a kind of a successor, and one that's becoming more infamous every day, because they say that his Mountain Dew is as good, if not even better, than I'm talking about Jiminy Donnelly.
Haven't I seen your photograph in the post office somewhere, James?
Hey, Jimmy, if we were going to sing a song, what could we sing? Is there any famous moonshiners we could sing
Well,
about?
there were an old boy I used to know, an old boy Paddy Kelly. He was real good at it.
As good as you?
He was good.
All right.
I think if you could sing a song about Paddy, it'd be...
We'll do it. Paddy Kelly's Brew. Play away.
Paddy Kelly is me name, making punching is me game, and I live away up there behind the hill. Well, I can make it rough, it's pure, and there's nothing it won't cure. It surpasses any medicine or pill.
Well, it will cure your rheumatism. It will cure a wheezy chest. It will cure you of the gout and gallstones too. It cures toothache, headache, backache, morning head, and all the rest. Fallen arches, corns, and bunions, and the flu. It tastes as sweet as honey as it trickles down your throat. It looks as clear and pure as morning dew, and it would make a fella sing if he didn't have a note. Won't you try a drop of Paddy Kelly's brew? Any summer day you'll find me catching salmon in the glen, or sitting snares for rabbits on the hill. But the nicest thing of all is when evening shadows fall, just to watch them bubbles filling up me still. Well, I've a pound or two to spend, and a bottle for a friend. I get customers galore who'll buy me brew. At a wedding or a wake, I supply the stuff they take, and they keep a good supply the whole year through. Well, it tastes as sweet as honey as it trickles down your throat. It looks as clear and pure as morning dew, and it would make a fella sing if he didn't have a note. Won't you try a drop of Paddy Kelly's brew?
Now I know you will confess that the world is in a mess, and the politicians don't know what to do.
They don't know.
I can offer them a plan that will cure the ills of man. Throw away the guns and hand out Paddy's brew.
Well, it tastes as sweet as honey as it trickles down your throat. It looks as clear and pure as morning dew, and it would make a fella sing if he didn't have a note. Won't you try a drop of Paddy Kelly's brew?
When winter was brawling o'er high hills and mountains, and dark were the clouds o'er the deep rolling sea, I spied a wee lassie as the daylight was dawning. She was asking the road to sweet Carnlough Bay. Says I'm a wee lassie, I cannae well tell ye the number of miles or how far it might be, but if you'll consent, I'll convey you a wee bit. I'll show you the road to sweet Carnlough Bay. You turn to the right and pass down by the churchyard, cross over the river and down by the sea. We'll call in at Pat Hamill's and have a wee drop there, just to help us along to sweet Carnlough Bay. Here's a health to Pat Hamill, likewise the wee lassie, and to every laddie that's listening to me. And never turn your back on a bonny wee lassie when she's asking the road to sweet Carnlough Bay.
We were singing some songs here at the sunny Carnlough Harbour, and somebody said, you should go down the road, there's a great fiddler lives down there. And I said his name's Jim McKillop. So we went down there and we blattered and blattered away at his door for about half an hour because the man was working all night. But we dragged him out of bed and we brought him up here, and he's as lively as you like. Give a listen to the fiddling tunes from Carnlough, Jim McKillop. Play away.
once was a Spanish galleon that sailed the bounding main. Down in the hold was a treasure of gold that's bound for the King of Spain. The captain of that galleon was Ferdinand de Brew. He says he'd keep the gold for himself and share it with his crew. He'd share it with his crew. Haul away, you Spanish boys, there's gold for you and me. If we sail our ship to Ireland across the Northern Sea, across the Northern Sea. Sail north, said Captain Ferdinand, we'll sail to Ireland. Yeah! And with the gold that's down in the hold, we'll live a life so grand. So north they sail for many's a mile and many a day, until they came to old Erin's Isle, to the Giant's Causeway. Where? The Giant's Causeway. Haul away, you Spanish boys, there's gold for you and me. If we sail our ship to Ireland across the Northern Sea, across the Northern Sea. Then de Brew, along with his crew, hit the gold ashore one morn. But don't you know that it was found by an Irish leprechaun? Now if you see a little man with a pot of gold someday, the gold is from the galleon that sailed in the Causeway, that sunk in the Causeway. So haul away, you Spanish boys, there's gold for you and me. If we sail our ship to Ireland across the Northern Sea. Where? Across the Northern Sea. Ho-ho! My name is Patrick Fagan. I drive a Jaunting Car. Many's a mile in the good old style. I drive both near and far. Me reins I lift me whip I crack. Take up your seats, beware. For many's a fall I've had myself from Larne to Ballyclare. Me reins I lift me whip I crack. Take up your seats, beware. For many's a fall I've had myself from Larne to Ballyclare. My horse is full of wisdom, of Irish wit and fun. Just 40 years ago today, a prize in the race he won. A leather medal trim with brass sticks were 2 to 3. He's a rattling horse and I'm his boss, no better could you see. My reins I lift me whip I crack, take up your seats, beware. For many's the fall I've had myself from Larne to Ballyclare. For Irish fairs and markets, my mare I seldom see. All the pretty boys and girls around me dance with glee. Well, there goes Pat, me darling, and there goes Pat, me dear. Will you have a chill of the good old still that will fill your heart with cheer? My reins I lift me whip I crack, take up your seat, beware. For many is the fall I've had myself from Larne to Ballyclare. For many is the fall I've had myself from Larne to Ballyclare.
Standing here on the sunny summer slopes of Slimish Mountain. Try saying that. We thought it would be as good a place as any to say good night to you and thank you very, very much for watching the Irish Rover Show from here in Northern Ireland. By the way, Slimish Mountain was the very first traditional home of St. Patrick. They said he came here as a slave boy and tended pigs up there on the slope. May you be half an hour in heaven before the old devil knows you're dead. Good night.
Well, I've tramped over Kerry, I've walked through Tipperary, and wandered around Galway as well. Poached pheasant and hare in the county Kildare, there's many strange tales I could tell. Well, my kit bag has oft been my pillow, and the heather has oft been my bed. And sooner than leave me old country, oh, I think that I'd rather be dead. I'm a rambler from Paddy's green shore. I get all my pleasure on the wild heather moor. I may be a wage slave on Monday, but I'll be a free man on Sunday. I once loved a maid, an old tinker by trade. Her feet were as cold as the tomb, and her lovely cock eye it made, but I loved her from April to June. On the day that we should have been married, I went for a ramble instead. And sooner than wed the old tinker, I think I would rather be dead. I'm a rambler from Paddy's green shore. I get all my pleasure on the wild heather moor. I may be a wage slave on Monday,
but I'll